So, let's talk about a question that has been around forever. Karma. We're not just going to go over what it is. The whole cause and effect thing, where our actions shape our future. No, we're diving into what one ancient teaching calls the only path to completely ending it. Let's get started.
It's a pretty big question, right? I think a lot of us feel the weight of our past and wonder, can I just wipe the slate clean? Is it actually possible to extinguish your karma for good? Well, according to the Buddhist sutras, there is one single, definitive answer to that.
And look, this desire to sort out our karma isn't some new thing. It's a universal search for peace, really, a way to get free from the consequences of our past. And people have been trying to figure this out for a very, very long time.
And it's totally natural when we're looking for answers to look outside of ourselves. We search for some kind of ritual, a special person, or a magic practice that promises to just fix everything for us. It's a common place to start, for sure, but as we're about to see, it might just be a detour from the real path.
Okay, so before we can find the right path, we gotta understand the wrong ones. Let's take a look at some of the most common and, according to our source, totally ineffective rituals and ideas about dealing with karma. What's interesting is how familiar these things are. Ceremonies that are supposed to clear bad karma, or relying on a guru to intervene for you, or using symbolic items, like these holy threads you see here. They're called sai sin in Thai culture, and the belief is they offer protection. You see stuff like this everywhere.
And here is the absolute knockout punch from the source material. From the perspective of the Buddha's actual teachings, none of these external things work. They might make you feel better for a little while, sure, but they don't actually touch the root of karma. The karma is still there, completely unchanged. And this slide just lays it out so clearly. It shows the fundamental difference in approach. On one side, you have common beliefs that lean on outside help, rituals, ceremonies, other people. But the teaching presented here points in the complete opposite direction. It's all about self-practice, self-reliance, and an internal journey called the Eightfold Path.
So, if all those external things don't work, what does? This is where we get to the real heart of it, the single, definitive solution offered in these ancient teachings.
Now, the original texts give this path a very specific name, Kama Nirodha Gamanini Patipada. I know, it's a mouthful, but its meaning is so precise and powerful. It literally means the path of practice that leads to the end of karma. This isn't just a friendly suggestion. It's presented as a law of nature.
I really want you to let this sink in. According to this teaching, this isn't one of many options. It's not a spiritual buffet where you can pick and choose and all roads lead to the same place. The text is crystal clear. There is only one way to end karma. Just one.
And that one way, well, it actually has a much more famous name, the Noble Eightfold Path. This is it. This is the only method, the only practice prescribed for anyone who seriously wants to stop the karmic cycle. Everything else is basically just a distraction.
All right, so we've got the name of the path, but what does it actually mean to walk it? This is where the real power is, in understanding the components, and it all starts by looking inward.
See, the Eightfold Path isn't just some random checklist of 8 things. It's a beautifully designed, integrated system. The 8 parts are all grouped into 3 core pillars. You've got wisdom, which has 2 parts, morality with 3, and concentration with the last 3. They're all meant to work together, perfectly.
So the main takeaway here is that this big, grand Eightfold Path really boils down to practicing these 3 fundamentals: Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. That is, morality, concentration, and wisdom. This is the absolute essence of the training.
And we can break it down even one more step. When you practice those 3 pillars together, they give rise to 2 interconnected qualities. Samatha, which is this deep, unshakable calm, and Vipassana, which is a profound insight into how reality actually works. That combination is the engine that actually stops karma in its tracks.
And this leads us to what might be the most empowering message of all. The entire path doesn't require anyone else. You don't need a special ceremony. You don't need a guru to do it for you. The teaching is so clear. Depend on yourself. The power and the responsibility is all yours.
So ultimately, it all comes down to a choice. Where are you going to put your trust? Are you going to trust in external rituals, in things you can buy, in the words of other people? Or are you going to put your faith, your saddha, in this teaching?
a path that points right back to you and your own effort.
So the map has been laid out for you. The single, definitive path to ending karma has been shown, and it doesn't depend on anything or anyone but you. So the only question left is the one staring you in the face. Will you walk it?